Have you ever wondered why you can fix $1 million production outrage at 2 a.m., but you can't shut off your own brain when you need to sleep? You're not alone. Thousands of tech leaders just like you lie awake every night, mentally replaying incidents, debugging phantom problems, and watching the clock tick towards the morning stand-up, while your body screams for rest. Maybe you've tried melatonin. That works for one night and fails the next. Meditation's app feel too slow. Your mind is racing at CPU speed, or that glass of wine that knocks you out and leaves you foggy during critical morning decisions. What if I told you the real reason why you can't sleep isn't because you're not trying hard enough? Think about it like this. When you resolve a production fire, your brain stays in incident commander long after the crisis is over. Your nervous system treats every racing thought like another alert that needs immediate attention. It's like having a smoke detector that won't stop beeping even after you put the fire out. And no amount of counting sheep or white noises app can fix this. Because they don't address the root cause. Your automatic nervous system is still running on emergency mode. Here's what's really happening. Your brain has two main operating systems. The sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight mode, and the parasympathetic mode, your rest and digest. After resolving critical incidents, your sympathetic system stays activated for hours, flooding your body with stress hormones. That makes sleep physiologically impossible. And even more surprising research shows effects of 89% of tech leaders who handle on-call rotations and incident response. The science is clear. When your nervous system is stuck at high alert, you continue to lie awake replaying every decision you made during that incident, feel wired but exhausted, like your body is running on empty but your brain won't stop. Experience that fluctuating contrast between being smart enough and articulate complex systems but unable to control your sleep. Catch your performance suffered the next day during critical meetings and decisions. Feel ashamed that you need pills or alcohol just to crush into unconsciousness. Picture this. It's 11:48 p.m. You just spent 3 hours tracking down memory leaks that you were bringing you down from the paper system. The fix is deployed. The alert are quiet. Your team is grateful. But as you finally crawl into your bed, your mind immediately starts a postmortem. Could I have caught this earlier? What if the fix doesn't hold? Did I miss something in the logs? What if it happens again during tomorrow's demo? Your heart rate spikes. Your breathing gets shallow. You check your phone for new alerts. Nothing. But your brain doesn't care. It's convinced there's still danger lurking somewhere in the system. 2 hours later, you're still staring at the ceiling, mentally debugging codes that are already fixed, while tomorrow's 9 a.m. leadership meeting gets closer and closer. Sounds familiar? Your nervous system can be downshifted, and it doesn't require hours of wind down time, expensive sleep clinics, or meditation retreats that you don't even have time for. You need a protocol to basically interrupt the automatic hyperarousal patterns in your brain stress response. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain's automatic stay wired program. Just like restarting a frozen server, this protocol helps your nervous system start a fresh, new, calm pattern of sleep preparation. This protocol works through strategically timed breathing interventions, just taking 15 minutes that creates a new neural pathways, normalizing sleep onset and reducing arousal response. It targets your brain's natural way to shift from sympathetic to parasympathetic dominance through controlled respiratory patterns. Think about it like this. Switching your nervous system from production mode to maintenance mode, or downshifting from fifth gear to first gear before you even park. The beauty of this protocol is it doesn't require perfect conditions. In fact, research from Call reports medicine show that the brief daily cyclic signaling reduces psychological arousal and improves mood more than traditional mindful practices. And studies from foreigners in human neuroscience found that slow breathing increases vagal activity and reduces sympathetic drive. Exactly what you need after resolving a production fire. Here's what makes this different from everything you tried before. Most sleep solutions target the wrong system. They try to distract your racing mind instead of addressing the root. Your nervous system is stuck at hyperarousal mode. Melatonin, it can override and activate stress response. Generic sleep meditation accumulate adrenaline spikes. Yeah, you get from 2 a.m. pager alerts. White noise and sleep podcasts, they're just making the problem where your nervous system is revved up. But this protocol works differently. It uses the body builds in critical to flips. To flip the switch from alert to reset mode. But this protocol works differently. It uses your body built up circuits to flip the switch from being alert to rest mode. See, when you resolve a critical incident, your brain doesn't turn it off. It stays pattern matching mode. You're playing scenarios that looking for threats that aren't even there anymore. Your breath becomes shallow and rapid. Your heart rate stays elevated. Your muscles remain tense. This isn't willpower. It's physiology problems. And physiology problems need physiological solutions. This protocol uses something called the physiological sigh. A specific breathing pattern directly targets the brainstem circuit, controlling arousal states. It's like having a manual to override for your stress response system. Instead of waiting for hours for adrenaline to naturally metabolize, you can actively downshift your nervous system in minutes. Think about it. You can spin up a server cluster in minutes with the right commands. Why should calming your nervous system take hours? It shouldn't, and it doesn't have to be. This protocol gives you the exact commands your nervous system needs to shift from hypergallant to sleep ready. No guesswork,
No,
no
it's half
hoping it works.
hybrid.
Just a repeatable process that targets the actual mechanism keeping you up. But you might be wondering,
No, it's half
how did I
hybrid,
figure
half
this out?
gas.
I need to be completely honest with you. I'm not a sleep doctor, neuroscientist, a wellness guru. I don't even have a fancy degree hanging on my wall or years of clinic
No, it's gas
practice
and
treating
electric.
insomnia patients. I'm just another engineer manager who is tired of lying awake at 2 a.m. or fixing production fires, replaying every decision while tomorrow's stand-up meeting loomed over me like a storm cloud. You know that feeling, right? When your body is completely trained, but your brain won't shut up. When convinced sleep
The car
advice
is in
failed
great
me,
condition.
milk, the meditation app, the just relax nonsense, I did what any good engineer would do. I dove into the research papers. I started reading neuroscience journals at midnight instead of scrolling on my phone. What I discovered in peer-reviewed studies was shocking. The solution to post-incident hyperarousal has been hiding in plain sight in scientific literature all along. Stanford researchers proved that specific breathing patterns can downshift your nervous system in under 15 minutes. Call Reports Medicine published a study showing that cyclic signaling reduced psychological arousal faster than traditional meditation. Foreigners and human neuroscience documented a slow breathing exercise in vagal activity, and it flips your body from fight or flight to rest mode. But here's the crazy part. But nobody was connecting those dots like us. The research was there. The proof was bulletproof. But it was buried in academic journals that no regular tech leader would ever read. My wife noticed the change at first. After 3 weeks of using this protocol, she said I looked like a different person at breakfast. No more zombie eyes. No more grumpy morning meetings. Then my brother, also a senior div, asked what I was doing differently. He's been struggling with the same post-deployment insomnia for years. Within just 2 weeks of sharing this protocol with him, he texted me a screenshot of his sleep data showing a consistent 12-minute sleep on-site times. Word spread through the engineering circles. Before I knew it, other tech leads were reaching out. Hey, can you share the breathing thing that you worked for your brother? The results kept coming. A startup CTO went from 90-minute sleep struggle to 15-minute consistently. A DevOps manager stopped relying on burden to crush after late night alerts. An incident manager started waking up sharp instead of foggy at 3 a.m. Those aren't my theories or marketing claims. They're documented outcomes from real engineering leaders using the exact same research booked protocol. The 15-minute sleep on site isn't based on my authority. It's based on neuroscience that's been peer reviewed and published, but somehow overlooked in conventional sleep advice. I didn't create this system because I was an expert. I created it because the research pointed to a solution that wasn't being used. The advice that this works isn't based on my credentials. It's based on science that's been validated in labs, but never packaged for a specific stress pattern of tech leadership. Your racing mind after production incidents isn't invadable. The research proves it. Think about it. So think about this. Wouldn't it be a game changer to finally have the science-backed system that addresses the actual nervous system arousal that's keeping you awake instead of telling you just to relax? Can you imagine what your morning stand-up would look like if you consistently got quality sleep, even after your worst production fire? That's why I created Light Out 15, the tech leader's emergency sleep protocol. This isn't just another meditation app that tells you just to breathe for 20 minutes. This is a neuroscience-backed system specifically designed for engineer managers who need to shut their own brain after production fires, in critical incidents, and late night releases. Unlike generic sleep advice that ignores this unique stress patterns of tech leadership, the Light Out 15 uses what I call the critical breaker method, combining targeted method and sequence with the scenario-specific protocol that works even after your brain is spinning at 200 miles per hour. But here's what makes this actually work for tech leaders. The 15-minute sleep protocol. This is the core system, a precise breathing sequence with the exact timing and cadence that flips your nervous system from hyper alert to sleep ready. No guesswork, no find your own rhythm. Just follow the audio guide and your body does the rest. Studies show that controlled breathing patterns can downshift your arousal faster than any pill. 2. Post-incident recovery scripts. You know that feeling when you just fixed a critical production issue at 2 a.m. and your mind doesn't stop replaying every decision? I've created this specific breathing script for post-incident adrenaline that targets the exact physiological state you're in after resolving emergencies. 3. The on-call compatible system. Your schedule is unpredictable. Hotel rooms, office couches, different time zones. This system works anywhere. With zero setup, the audio tracks and the one-pages checklist mean you can execute this protocol whether you're at home or sleeping in the server room. 4. Data-driven tracking. As an engineer, you need proof that's working. This program includes simple metrics you can track with your existing wearables. Sleep latency, consistent scores, and weekly trends. You'll see measurable improvements within 7 to 14 days, not vague or feel better promises. 5. Troubleshooting decision trees. What happens when your mind starts racing at 3 a.m. again? I've mapped out a rescue sequence for the most common failure points: racing thoughts, anxiety spirals, and the middle of night wake ups. Think of it as your incident response playbook for sleep. Imagine hitting your pillow after the worst production fire of your career. And instead of laying there for 3 hours replaying every decision, your mind can actually shut down in 15 minutes. Picture walking into the morning stand up looking sharp and alert while your teammates are still dragging from the late night incidents. Envision having mental clarity to make critical decisions because you're not running on 4 hours of sleep. And most importantly, imagine your family getting back the present engaged version of you, instead of the exhausted zombie who can barely function after a rough on-call rotation. This is the transformation that happens when you finally have the sleep system built for the realities of the tech leadership. Now you might be wondering, what would a program like this cost? If you hired a sleep specialist for one-on-one sessions, you'd pay from $300 to $500 per 1 hour. Most need 4 to 6 sessions minimum. That's $1,200 to $3,000 just to get started. Executive coaching programs that include stress management, those run from $5,000 to $15,000. Even basic corporate wellness programs that charge companies $300 to $400 per employee per year. But here's the thing, I didn't create Layout for Executive for a limited budget. I created it for tech leaders like you who need results fast, without the corporate red tape or endless therapy sessions. That's why I'm not charging $3,000. I'm not even charging $5,000. For a limited time, you can get the sleep protocol in 15 minutes. For a limited time, you can get this complete Layout 15 program just for $97. Think about it this way. That's less than what most engineer managers spend on coffee in 1 month. Less than a single night Uber ride during a production incident. Less than a cost of one bad hiring decision that's keeping you up at night. And because I know your unpredictable tech budgets can be, I'm also offering a simple 2 payment option just for $48 each. For less than a decent noise cancelling headset, you can get the complete 15-minute sleep on demand protocol with exact timing and cadence. A scenario-specific breathing script for post-incident adrenaline, deadline stress, and travel nights. Audio companion track for 5 to 10 minutes and 15 minutes sessions you can play anywhere. 1-page bedside checklist that removes all the guesswork at midnight. Data-driven tracking system that works with all your existing wearables. Complete troubleshooting with racing thoughts and night waking. Excuse me. The travel quick start guide for hotels, flights, and different time zones. Week by week implementation plan that fits around your on-call schedules. I need to be completely honest with you. This introductory pricing is only available during this launchpad. Once I reach 200 tech leaders enrolled, this price will increase to $199. Here's why I limited this. I'm personally reviewing every sleeping log and matrix report that comes through our system. I respond to troubleshooting questions myself. I can't maintain that level of support.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigger.
People join at once. So if you're ready to finally take control of your sleep, instead of letting production fires control it for you,
imagine he put Israel
to secure your spots right now. Don't wait until the price doubles or enrollment closes. This is your chance to wake up sharp and confident tomorrow morning, even after tonight's worst case scenario. Click on the button below to get Layout 15 just for $94.
You live in America, faggot.
This offer will disappear soon. And because I want to make sure you have everything you need to master sleep on demand, I'm including those powerful bonuses absolutely for free when you join today. The collection of Bonus 1. Post-incident recovery audio collection. Value $97. This collection of 5 to 10 to 15 minutes guided breathing sessions is specifically designed for different types of tech stress. Whether you just resolved a 3 a.m. production fire, survived a brutal release today, or got paged during dinner with your family, there's a targeted audio track that matches your exact state of mind. Keeping those on your phone for instant access. No thinking required. Just hit play and let the guided protocol do the work. Bonus 2. On-call sleep survival kit. Value $67. This compact playbook gives you everything you need to protect your sleep during unpredictable schedules. Hotel rooms, setup checklists, different time zones, how to sleep when you might get paged, emergency 5-minute sequence when you only have a tiny window. Your on-call rotation will never destroy your sleep again. Bonus 3. Sleep Matrix Dashboard Template. Value $47. Track your progress like the engineer you are. Simple spreadsheet connects with all your wearables data to show the sleep latency trends, recovery patterns, performance correlations. Finally, you have the proof that sleep optimization is working. No more guessing. You have the data that validates every improvement. Bonus 4. Manager's Emergency Sleep Rescue Sequence. Value $37. For those nights when nothing goes according to plan, your mind is racing at 2 a.m. This protocol didn't work. You're spiraling into your bed, into sleep anxiety. These rescue sequences get you back on track fast without starting over from scratch. Because even the best system needs a backup plan. That's $240 in bonuses for free when you join Light Out 15 today. Now I understand you might be skeptical. You've probably tried meditation apps that felt too slow, supplementation that worked for a week, then you stopped, sleep advice that you ignored, that really production incidents after peak alerts. That's why I'm offering you a complete risk-free guarantee. Try the Light Out 15 for 30 days. Use the breathing protocols. After your worst production fires, test the audio tracks during your most successful on-call rotations. Track your sleep latency with all your wearables. If you don't see measurable improvements in our on-sleep on-site time, if you don't feel more control of your nervous system, if you don't wake up sharper and confident during morning stand-ups, simply email us. We'll fully refund every penny. No questions asked. No hops to jump through. I'm so confident in this system because I've seen it work for other engineer managers. You were convinced nothing would help. Leaders who had tried everything. People who couldn't remember the last time they had fallen asleep without pills and alcohol. The breathing protocol is based on solid neuroscience. The results are measurable. And your wearables will prove it's working within the first week. But I need to stress something critical. This offer won't be available for long. Not only will the price increase once we reach 200 members, but more importantly, every night you wait is another year lying awake after production fire. On another night of staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., replaying every decision you made during the incident. Another morning stand-up where you're running on fumes while your team looks at you for leadership. Think about it. If you miss this window, you'll face another month of the same cycle. Another month of feeling wired, but tired. Another month of your spouse asking if you're awake, if you're okay, because you look exhausted. Can you really afford to gamble with your sleep? Your next critical incident can happen tomorrow night. Your next important presentation could happen next week. Do you want to walk into those moments sharp and confident, or do you want to keep rolling the dice with your performance? At this point, you have two paths ahead of you. Keep doing what you've been doing. Keep lying awake for hours after incidents, hoping tonight will be different. Keep relying on alcohol or pills to crush. Keep showing up to morning meetings looking like you haven't slept. This path leads to more burnouts, poor decisions, and under pressure. And watching your leadership credibility slowly degrade. Option 2. Try to figure this out by yourself. Spend months of testing random breathing apps. Read sleep studies. Experiment with different supplements. All while your sleep problems continue destroying your next day performance. This approach has already failed you multiple times, hasn't it? Option 3. Get the light out 15 system and follow the proven protocols. They are designed for tech leaders like you. In just one evening, you can learn the exact breathing sequence that works even after your worst production fires. No more guessing. No more wasted nights. The choice seems obvious, right? The choice is yours. But I hope you'll choose to take control tonight. Because here's the truth. You deserve to feel sharp and confident every morning, regardless of what happened last night. You deserve to walk into that morning stand-up knowing you're at your best. Your team needs the calm, decisive leader who makes smart choices under pressure, not the exhausted version of yourself who's been running on empty. Click on the button below to get Light Out 15. Click on the button below to get Light Out 15 just for $97. Remember, this pricing and those bonuses are only available for a limited time. Give yourself the gift of reliable sleep. Your career depends on it. Your family deserves the present, energized version of you. Click on the button below now. I'll see you inside the program. Don't let another production fire steal your sleep. Get the Light Out 15 that works even when your brain is spinning at 200 miles per hour. This offer expires soon, and the price will go up once we hit 200 members.